I've been a clown doctor with the Humour Foundation for the last 14 years. So I started roughly 2005. So I've been working at the Royal Children's Hospital and other hospitals in Victoria since then. As a performer, you really feel like you're doing essential work, which you don't always feel when you're working as a performer in some film, TV or theatre. Whereas at the hospital, when you have an effect on a child who's in distress, or you manage to bring some brightness or some levity to a family who is experiencing an emergency, a crisis, you do feel like the work is extremely rewarding. The relationships we have with children in burns are ongoing. It's one of the sad things about burns wounds in young children, is that families don't often realise that the treatment can be ongoing over many years. So we develop these wonderfully lasting relationships with these kids. We'll see them grow over many years. We've become extremely valued members of the team.
As my daughter is special needs, she climbs the benches, she climbs everything, so she gets everything. My daughter was next to me. I just boiled the kettle, put some boiling hot water in a container to heat her baby food up. She was next to me, just walked a step to wash a cup so I could have my coffee. And then she's taken a step and it was too late. She pulled the container down on herself. That was the worst thing I've ever gone through, just to see my child screaming in agony. I don't wish it upon anyone at all. Well, when we first got here to the Royal Children's Hospital, and they had to wrap her arm up. When we finally got to go up to the ward, that's when the clown doctors were there. And they were blowing bubbles, singing to her. And they actually they followed us up to the ward. They're like, oh, we'll come with you. See, they were still blowing the bubbles for her and singing to her. I couldn't believe they followed us all the way up. It was just amazing. The clown doctors do a wonderful, wonderful job at nurturing the kids, at being funny. They're so funny, so funny.
The confidence that the staff have in the clown doctors helping to care, and that's what they are doing, helping to care for their child, to be providing a distraction, and which has its own anxiolytic but also analgesic impact. You kind of forget that actually the clown doctors aren't ours. The clown doctors are provided to us by the Humour Foundation, and if we had to pay for that service, or if we had to provide the anaesthetic and the analgesia in lieu of that service, the cost implications would be huge, but also the experience implications would be huge. The benefits the clown doctors bring are much more nuanced and complex and individualised for individual patients. But you only have to be in Burns Clinic for one day to see the value that they add. Not many people realise this. This is not a service that we pay for out of our government provided funds. The government doesn't fund the clown doctors. They're funded through donations, and particularly organisations like Energysafe Victoria, which funds the presence of the clown doctors at the Burns Clinic.
Energysafe Victoria is the independent statutory regulator for electricity, gas and pipeline safety in the state of Victoria. We are good regulators, but we're also people, and we're people that care. And one of the best demonstrations of how we care is supporting a charity like the Clown Doctors, which makes the most vulnerable in our community laugh. And that's important to us and something we are very proud of.